Out of all language learning skills, reading skills is an important and essential skill for us to survive in the world of academia. The first strategy out of the 10 strategies that we utilize for learning this particular skill is purposeful reading. In this, we assess the document and we go for detail. The second one is scanning. We scan the document. We go for the detail of some particular ideas. And then the third strategy is skimming, where we skim for the idea or the concept. The fourth one is related to information words, which we focus to get the knowledge about some related info words. The fifth strategy is related to phrase reading, where we focus on the phrases instead of focusing on individual words. The sixth strategy is analytical reading, where we analyze the concepts in given in the document. The seventh strategy is marking the text. The eighth one is note taking, and the ninth one related to the strategies is managing vocabulary, and the last and the 10th one is related to reading in groups, reading with others. So these are the 10 strategies that we utilize while gaining information and knowledge from any particular document. So let's go and talk about all these in detail and see that how they are related to us. Before we go to this particular detail, you may have a look at the following things and see that if any such thing related concept troubles you while having the understanding of the concepts that is given in the reading material, such as if you find enough time and energy, you may are able to maintain concentration, you are having problem with improving speed, you are having trouble with managing vocabulary, and then you feel problem in selecting what to focus in the text. Also, you have problem in understanding new theoretical and detailed information. And the next concept, identifying the main points and arguments, you feel problem related to it. The next idea is evaluating the evidence, identifying similarities or the differences between the text, reading texts that assume background knowledge and experiences, reading different types of the text, cause studies, reports, literature reviews, etc. So as a reader, if you have problem, then you are at the right place. You need to improve your reading as a skill in order to survive in the world of knowledge and in the world of academia. Here, the general introduction that the reading demands at the university level, they are not easy. Unfortunately, it is all too common for students to pay little attention to their own experiences for reading. That is how they read, how they can improve effectiveness and the speed of their reading material. So what you need at the university, you may be expected a wide range of the text that are included in the course reading or pack, lecture slides, books, general articles, internet articles, newspaper, research reports, literature review, or case studies and strategies plan. So you have to focus on. So a general advice would be that consider where you read. Always read in a well lit and a quiet place that is free of distractions, and don't get into the habit of reading uni materials in bed unless you want to go to sleep. So you have to stay focused, you have to sit in a very comfortable position, but that should you should be active in that instead of going to sleep. Your body postures should be so active that your mind stays alert and attentive. Don't vocalize as you read. Slow reading, silent reading helps best in understanding, whereas the loud reading, the focus goes away and the focus is only on the sounds and the words, whereas ideas stay away from the mind, and then bad reading approaches would be developed. So reading at time when you can concentrate and maintain concentration by reading regular short breaks and perhaps 30 or 45 minutes reading spells should continue, and then the short break, setting small targets such as 10 pages, one chapter, one section, that is also important. And reading often takes longer than you expect, and often you need to go beyond the set text, and that is why you need to give enough time to your reading. So the first strategy, let's discuss all these strategies. 10 strategies are there. The first strategy that is displayed before you is purposeful reading. If you tend to begin reading, then you need to say, or you need to keep in your mind that I need to read chapter 6, and here it goes. You may need to rethink your approach. Specifically, you will need to create a purpose for the reading. You can create this purpose if you refer to assessment tasks, lecture slides, tutorial questions, textbook questions, and then if you can create questions based on lectures or tutorials, questions based on skim of the text, contents, headings, subheading, diagrams, introduction, and then consider what you already know. Related knowledge and experiences should also be taken into consideration in order to understand. So purposeful reading of this nature can help you read faster and more selectively. It can also help you concentrate, and your ability to remember can be helpful. So while having the detailed knowledge or the range of perspective, identification of the writer's position, evaluation of the writer's position, arguments that support your position, arguments that oppose your position, examples, statistics, definitions, explanation, quotation, all you need to take into consideration, and then the purpose in writing nearby so that you can maintain focus as well. So the second strategy is scanning. Scanning is reading quickly for searching some particular information. You may realize it, but you are already good at scanning. Normally, we when we have a look at the TV guide or phone book, scanning may allow you to read up to 1500 words a minute. So one reason to scan in academic text is that you have found while researching is to locate key terms as a means to assess the text reference and the text relevance. So you need to have this particular skill in order to find out the related key terminologies and the related data and the related chapters or related pages from the content pages. Third strategy is skimming. Skimming is to reading quickly to gain general ideas. Skimming may allow you to read up to 1000 words in a minute. Skimming helps you identify whether or not to continue reading, what to read carefully, and where the best place is to begin. Skimming an academic text immediately before you read is carefully then can help you consider what you already know and can help you develop a purpose for reading. Initial skim can also help maximize your interest in the text and your understanding and reflection on the material. So while skimming, what you can do is have a look at the titles, subheading, words that are in bold or in italics or underlined, diagrams or reports, abstract, introduction, conclusion, the first sentence of every paragraph that talks about topic sentence or thesis statement is given, then the chapter questions, objectives, as well as summaries. So you have to focus on all these things while skimming any particular data, any particular text. The next strategy, strategy number fourth, is going for information word. There will be times when you need to do more than skim a text in the way described above, but still in the you need to read quickly. The more you require ability to conduct in the surface reading, it's worth remembering that no more than 50% in an average textbooks are information words. They are the words like glue and paint that are there to provide connections and add interest, and that is why these words, if you concentrate on information words, you can read faster and with better comprehension. But how do you learn to pick out the important information words? A large part of the trick involves paying attention at the author's message, what he or she is trying to say. Look at the message and the information words will emerge naturally as well. So you can read this particular activity that is given to you. Like, let's read the first one, some advertisements and desirable effects. One form of advertising suggests that buying dash brings happiness, more happier parents in particular under pressure. This form advertisements, expensive toys. So you can see that this particular paragraph relates to the information about expensive toys and their advertisements and the effects of this type of advertisement upon the children and their parents. So in order to understand all that, you need to read for the information words and you need to pay attention to the selected vocabulary items. The fifth strategy is phrase reading. Phrase reading also is very important. Poor readers in one or two words out of a sentence, they stay fixed and they put their attention and they are very slow readers, such as the example you can have a look at. The first example is related to the poor readers and the second one will be related to the good reader. The first one says, this is how a poor reader's eyes move along lines of print. So all these parentheses talk about or tell us about the speed of the writer, whereas in the second example, the reader would be more speedy and would focus on the phrases instead of individual words, such as the reader will read, this is how a better reader's eyes move along lines of prints. So here you can see this is how, and in the first example this is how are poor. So you will be able to understand that how speed helps you in locating or in moving the reading process in a more fluent manner as compared to. So the more activities are also provided in the document. You may have a look at them and you may go through these two activities. So the next strategy number 6 is analytical reading. That is reading is type of reading that is needed when you want to make sure that you fully grasp and appreciate what you are reading. You may have to read statements more than once, stop to think about them, down keywords When using this style, as a result, your reading rate can easily drop below 100 words in a minute. So you have to stay focused. Let's look at the example that how slow and careful reading may be needed. One of the first things that you should be done in the evaluation of the structural equation models is an assessment of at the adequacy of input data and the statistical assumption underlying any estimation methods used in analysis. So here you can see that how speed goes down to below 100 words in a minute, so you can take time. So is there an easy way to read analytically? No, it can take time and effort. So, times, efforts are required whenever you want to achieve greatness, when you want to be more analytical, when you want to be more fluent, when you want to be more focused on the informative words, skimming, scanning. So, you need to give time. Strategy number 7 is marking the text. This is also important. If your text you are reading in your own copy, you could underline the keywords, highlight a marker, make notes or margin alternatively. So this is also important. If you don't own the books, you can label it. The process of marking the text can help you and can help you identify the understanding of the key points and make the book easier to survey later, and you can go back effectively. Note taking is the next strategy after marking, note taking and annotating. Here you don't take notes, you don't take them at all. Now is the time to develop the essential skill. Note taking can help you gain deeper understanding and reflection in a better way to remember and good exam preparation material for later. So, if you are good at note taking, you may be able to understand the detail about the 7 principles. Like you can keep record of the publication data, that is the name of the author, date of publication, publisher's name, place of publication, URL, and the page number. Then you can preview the text. So before you can take notes, so you need to give a surface reading, and then you can maintain a central place for your notes when record. Whenever or where you record your notes is up to you. You people prefer using a computer while others use flashcards, folders, exercise books. So whatever and wherever you feel, you can use it and then paraphrase and summarize the ideas. This is also important for you to keep remembering the data, so that you can paraphrase and you can paraphrase or summarize on sticky notes or on a sideline or on your notebook, wherever you feel comfortable. This is also important for you to understand the process of the concentration and understanding, so that you could be able to reproduce and recreate it later on. Then note your thoughts. Don't forget that the great value of noting beyond just what is said in the text, and the note down such things as your own ideas, points you agree or disagree, related experiences, questions, examples, relationships with the other text. So these things also help. And be creative. Creativity is also important, and the process of thinking about how to note can aid understanding as well as ability to remember information and reflect. And depending upon the nature of the information and that you wish to note down, you may choose to use spider diagrams, concept maps, titles, columns, dot points, numbers, symbols, colors, pictures, or columns for your reflection. Review your notes also once you are done with the target. Then you can have a look and check and see if they are accurate and they are readable, and you will be able to use them later on for good readers, for the readers who want to achieve excellence, and for the teachers. It is also very important to utilize this skill of note taking. Then ninth one is managing vocabulary. Even if you're native English speaker, and you may at times feel overwhelmed by the amount of unfamiliar vocabulary items you encounter. Of course, you as a university students have a great opportunity and the need to build vocabulary discipline specific and general, such as jargon, such as register. Then you need to consult glossaries and use dictionaries. So keep a list of the new words, record that and their definitions, and write example sentences and which show meaning and the usage. So when using dictionary, be discerning, know what words, which words can be ignored, and see if it is possible to guess the meanings of the words, and you may be able to use it. Then guess using context, because this is important, contextual usage. And the patients suffered from respiratory ailments, skin problems, and then you can see that all these technical vocabularies. So here what you need to do, note down all such technical words, and you need to first use your intelligent guess, or you can use contextual vocabulary, you can use other helping words, tone of the writer, tone in the given in the paragraph and the topic sentence, and all that vocabulary item could help you in guessing the right meaning of that particular word. Guess using prefixes and suffixes and the word stems. So you have to use the contextual usage, situational usage, historical usage, and all those usages that can help you understand the meaning in a correct manner. The 10th strategy and the last one is reading with the others. Reading with the others is also important because human beings are social beings. So consider getting a study buddy, study group. Be careful to keep focused on what you need to do, and you may find that by sharing notes, explaining, asking, and quizzing each other, you can increase your ability to understand and then reflect upon and remember the key points. So helping others is growing others. Helping each other can help you at the end as well. So study groups are always important. So finally, if you can continue to find reading difficult, remember this: reading at the university level is difficult. However, if you put in the time, efforts, you may be able to start enjoying this particular challenge. So in today's session, four I talked about 10 skills that we utilize, then 10 strategies that we can use for developing our reading ability. So if you have any question, any query, any problem, you can reach me out through the comment section. Stay happy, make others happy, and make this world a blessed place. Thank you and bye bye.